a lot of people were really scared about AI because they were asking themselves, what will happen whenever this thing starts to think by itself? And this is what is happening right now. OpenAI just launched the new model, the latest one, which is called GPT4o. This GPT4o is pretty much different from all previous models that you have seen in the past. Why? Because it can think. Yeah, exactly as I'm explaining this to you, AI now is able to start thinking, and before giving you a proper answer, it will think a lot. And I'm going to show you how it works in just a few moments. But before getting started with the tutorial on how to use this model to take the most advantage of it, I want to explain to you why it's so important to keep updated with AI tools. So if you want to learn more and being always up to date with what's going on in the AI world, I'd invite you to subscribe now to my channel, and don't forget about turning on the notifications, because I want you to be one of the first ones to get noticed every time I post a new video. Hi, I am Mika Meleni, and I am always in the AI world, in the automations world, and the workflows world. And today I want to show you how this new OpenAI model is changing our world. Yes, the whole world. Personal experience first. Last week I took a Uber. The car driver, he was driving and he was like, well, what are you doing here in Orlando? And I was like, okay, I've been invited to be a speaker at a conference. I'm talking about AI. He was like terrified. Like, are you in the AI world? You're one of them. Yeah, I'm one of the persons that is in the AI world, and I believe that everyone is going to be in the AI world. Like, we have to. It's like you were telling me 5, 6, 10 years ago that no one will be using Google, and now everyone is using Google. Or that we wouldn't be using apps like, this GPS, like Waze or Google Maps, whatever it may be. My loves, everyone is using this GPS, and the GPS and the Google search and a lot of things that we use on daily lives are fully based and powered by AI. The thing is that you didn't know that, maybe, right? And one of the things that really changed, I think, from last year getting started, because November 22, OpenAI launched ChatGPT for everyone. At the first time, we were playing around with the first AI models. The first AI models weren't that smart as we expected them to be. And then while a lot of people started to use it, and ChatGPT was one of the tools that millions of users started using it, and it was like top one in the ranks before, and compared to what Instagram achieved and Facebook achieved during their times, right? So what's going on in the AI world? When we started using ChatGPT back in 2022, it was pretty much different to what we see right now. A lot of people started using it, and then they were kind of disappointed and they just stopped using ChatGPT. But what you don't know is that the AI is moving very fast forward, and they launch new models every year, and some years they launch more than one. This is what we are seeing this year. So what I want to tell you today is that you should be keeping updated and using the AI tools, because it happens to me. I started using a tool this week, and I say, oh, maybe this tool is not fully accomplishing my expectations, but then I don't forget about the tool, and in 2 weeks later I will use that tool again, and it's just amazing, and it's blowing my mind. So every time a new AI tool or a new AI model is launched in the market, you have to know that this is going to be pretty much better than the previous version. But again, it always is important to give it like 1-2 weeks to have more people using it. The machine learning of the systems will get to know how it's used, and it will be improving. So now let's get started on how to use GPT4o and how to take the most advantage of it for you and your business. So I prepared here a case study that I want to share with you. And what I've done this is because I want to test out ChatGPT4o and see how it can manage something like this. In this use case, what we are doing is we're telling ChatGPT we're asking him to become a business model and marketing expert and help us launch a new service product for a coaching service focused to mid to large size companies, and it's a service around AI. So if you can see here, here, I prepared the full case study where I'm giving ChatGPT the background, like you are launching a new service. It's called AI Implementation Coaching. It's aimed at businesses with over 50 employees. And this is what I'm telling you always, the more context, the more specifications, the more specific you are on what you're asking ChatGPT, the very results you will get. So of course, ChatGPT will start to get to know your business and give you more accurate results as long as you give it, the proper information. Of course, this is just an example. It's a case study that we are preparing just for testing this new model. But to give you the quick overview is we are telling it what is the goal that it had to accomplish. We are telling it that we have 20,000 subscribers, that I want to take the most advantage of this email list that I already have, mostly built by decision makers, business owners. And then I'm giving ChatGPT specific tasks that I want him to accomplish. So I want ChatGPT, first of all, to help me define the target audience. Then I want ChatGPT to craft the right offer, develop the engagement plan, highlight the expected results that we might, experience from doing this new campaign. What is the monetization strategy? And at the end, how we can take the most advantage of doing this by getting social proof and recruiting testimonials. So now that you see this, what I'm going to do is I will just copy this case study. So I want to give it to ChatGPT. When I open ChatGPT, the default model that will be open right now is GPT4o. So in order to be able to access the latest one, you have to click here and then go to O1 preview. You might be asking, Mika, why or when we should use the O1 preview instead of the mini version or instead of 4o? Well, first of all, I love using O1 when I encourage ChatGPT to think a lot, and it's important for me to have ChatGPT understand workflows and think about different steps that we have to take during a process, which is this one, like the case study I'm building. If I'm using ChatGPT to write a content on social media, I will keep using 4o, of course. And why not using the O1 mini, or when should I use it? Well, the O1 mini version, it's supposed to be faster than the O1 preview, but at the end, what I think is the O1 preview is more accurate, more smarter. And guys, think about this. We could have spent days or weeks and thousands, not thousands, but many meetings, getting to meet the different experts in our team to find out what to do with this strategy, from the case study I'm showing you. Why we shouldn't be able to wait 20 seconds more to get a proper reply. So in cases like this, I suggest we go for the O1 preview. But again, if you want to get something that is better results, more accurate than 4o, and you have to get replies some seconds earlier, go for the O1 mini version. Let's go to O1 preview. This model is already available for any free and paid users. The only thing that will change is if you are in the free version, then you might have some kind of limitations, but as well, paid users are we still have some limitations right now with the new AI model. That's normal. After some weeks, it will change. So now I just copy the case study here so I can let ChatGPT know what we have in mind. And look at this. It starts to think. Let me show you. If I click here, I can see how the AI is thinking to find out what are the best processes and best thing to do for this use case, for the task that we are giving to it. So you can see it says, I'm set to create a comprehensive marketing strategy by addressing each task in detail. Then it's mapping out the target audience. Then it's weighing the decision, then structuring the compelling offers, crafting the engagement plan. So what we see here, and now it's already giving us the result. You can see it's pretty fast, like less than a minute. It's already writing. Okay, it's finished. So what I want to show you here is, while this is the normal output that you might have expected from any ChatGPT model from here, to the bottom, what I want to show you is that here it was able to think a lot during 19 seconds. And this is the newest thing from this model. So what the AI is doing here, actually, it's applying something that in terms of the technical side of the prompting of the AI work, it's called the chain of thought. How do we humans think? How do we as humans make decisions? Well, when we want to make a decision, we always think about what are the steps that we should take and what are kind of the positive and negative results depending on what way I do things, right? So before making a decision or taking the next steps, we as humans, we have our brain thinking about and implementing what is called the chain of thoughts. Thinking, then rethinking, and in order to achieve this, you are asking questions to yourself like, what will happen if I do this, and what if I do X, and what if I do Z? Well, AI right now is doing this exact same thing. Of course, we as humans, we are capable of think and apply this state of thought 100% unconsciously, and we are not aware on how many, thoughts our brain manages per day. And AI is starting to think as we do. Why? Because AI is prepared to simulate our neural networks. So our neural networks will do this work for us, and we don't even think about it while we are thinking. And the AI now is able to do this, and it can think, as you can see here. So let's see what the AI was thinking for this case study. It was, first of all, kind of understanding. This is one of the first steps that it will take always. I noticed using O1 preview that this model, every time when it gets started, it won't start doing the work at first. It will first think what is the request and what you want to accomplish and what you're asking ChatGPT help for, right? So it's like, okay, what I have to do is I have to define the target audience, I have to craft the offer, I have to develop the engagement plan, highlight expected results, create a monetization strategy, and gathering social proof and testimonials. I got the task. And then it starts thinking and implementing this chain of thought and step-by-step understanding, okay, first I'm focusing on mid to large size companies. I have to understand and identify what are the issues that they have, what are the inefficiencies as they grow, what they need to innovate with, etc. Then I'm kind of thinking about what is the company current lack of AI expertise, what is the fear that they might be experiencing in terms of implementing AI, and then I'm start working with the offer. So look at this. Before starting to write an offer and tell you, yes, in order to achieve this, you could do this and this and this and this, start thinking, who am I targeting? What are the pain points that they have? What are the challenges? Do they have fears around AI? And based on that, it moves forward. So I'm thinking about it like we humans, we could have spent weeks, days having meetings, getting to know all the team's mindset and ambition around something like this and how to launch a new service product. Now we can ask ChatGPT and of course then add the human mindset, the human knowledge, the human experience to this. And before having the next meeting with your team members, you can jump to this new AI model, let it think, let it help you, and then go back with the team and make the most of our time and focus we as humans on being more creative and more proactive. So you can see how it's thinking about the AI impact, sizing up conversion rates. Okay, let me see. I'm mapping out expected conversion rates for email operate, click-through rates, breaking down pricing, building a foundation. This is what the AI was thinking before giving us the output that we see here. First step was about defining the target audience, understanding the pain points, and it was able to think about what are the pain points that these kind of companies are facing. Then it was like, why AI implementation is critical for these businesses. Then you start thinking what are the challenges faced in integrating AI. And once these pain points, which I love because when we want to sell something, it's so important to connect with emotions and think about what are the pain points in order to offer our solution. Like you cannot sell if you don't find out what is the problem that this company is facing. Maybe this company is already aware of the problem they have. Maybe they aren't. So it's so important to get started with the pain points. I love this. And then it was getting started with crafting the right offer, and it came up with the idea of doing a free webinar or free consultation for these businesses. Look at this. It's even given us the title, the description for this webinar. If we want to move forward and ask ChatGPT, hey, okay, I would love to do the free webinar. Can you help me map out the content, the presentation? What should I say? What are the pain points that I should mention? What are the solutions? What are the benefits? Of course, it will help us move forward with this. I just want to show you the case study on what is the result after thinking. And then, of course, it helped us with some pricing tiers and coaching and pricing per participant or price tiers, standard package, premium package. For example, it was able to define a premium package, which is 2,000, a premium package, which is 12K. And it was like everything is standard, 6 coaching sessions, ongoing email support for 3 months, and which are the benefits. And then it even thought about add-ons, like we can even offer follow-up coaching, tailor everyone. Was amazing. And then it was thinking about the development of the engagement plan, like what is the email strategy, how we can add urgency, how we can go to cold leads. Well, the idea of this was to go to our existing subscriber list, but I love this. Like we can, even go further. And then what are the expected results that we might get from this kind of campaign that we are building? So as you can see, it's giving us everything, the monetization strategy. And at the end, something that I love about this new model is that it's always focusing on how you can be more productive the next time and how you can take the most advantage of whatever you are doing for the next time. So right now it's telling us to add social proof, and it's helping us understand how we can get testimonials and feedback to improve for a next event or situation where we can apply this. Now that we've seen how O1 was able to provide us with this full chain of thoughts and the output, let's go with the exact same case study, but now using the 4.0 version, which is the previous one. Of course, you can see here that it's not able to think. It's kind of repeating, and the way it provides us the pain points is not like, so we can see here, it's not that deep. It's not going that deep as I was expecting to. It's not giving us like the urgency or the, more specifications about the add-ons. It's like more generic, I guess. The other one is 100% more specific on what we should do. It's helping us get the conversion rates. And again, it's being a little bit more generic on what it's offering us. In terms of the pricing that it came up with different strategies. And social proof, okay, it went out with leveraging testimonials. Like, I think the main difference between 4.0 and O1 is that O1 was capable to give us more accurate, more precise, and more helpful context that 4.0. 4.0 is kind of helping us came up with the ideas and, kind of understanding. But I have to say that with 4.0, I guess for these use cases, we have to think more and kind of refine and start doing this, which is, what do you think about this? And what about doing this and this? Instead of comparing here to O1 that was able to, you see, the result is more open. It's giving us the full email strategy. It's even thinking about call leads, which is something that I guess 4.0 is kind of missing to go in so much depth. This is what we are seeing with GPT4o. So OpenAI released this new model. Again, there are a lot of main companies which are in the AI world and launching these models called LLMs. But at the end, I believe right now OpenAI is still one of the best ones, and I believe it's the first and number one in the AI world. So having to get to know these new models, what it means for you in your daily life. Well, as soon as AI gets smarter and it's improving, you are able to use AI for your daily tasks and accomplish more in less time or getting more accurate results. Because one of the things that people always think about ChatGPT, because they used ChatGPT a long time ago, they say, Mika, when I use ChatGPT, everyone will notice that this email, this thing, this social media copy, it was written by AI. You can see that it was written by ChatGPT because the tone of voice shows me like it's ChatGPT. But how you can improve this? Well, it really depends on how you prompt the AI. What is the text message that you will send when you're engaging with the AI? And this applies for any AI model. The more specific you are, the more context you provide, the more accurate your input is, and the more examples you give, the better it will clone you, because yeah, it's what it does. Now going back to what I experience with OO, every time I want to set up a workflow and define new things and move forward with things that I know that I want the AI to think more, I prefer going with O1. And I believe 4.0 is more suitable for maybe, for example, social media content copies, email copywriting. Like, for example, O1 gave me, here, email one is for engagement. Here is the subject line. Here's the CTA. Well, I will use this, copy this, and give this to ChatGPT 4.0 to write the email, because what we see in terms of the technical side that I didn't show, but to explain this in a way that you can easily understand this, is O1 preview is more suitable for thinking, for developing, like, for example, math problems, while 4.0 is more conversational, more human-like. So don't expect O1 to be human-like and like friendly in terms of writing texts. I believe that you can get the strategy from O1 and then copy that and use 4.0. And again, remember that currently O1 still having some limitations in terms of how much you can use it. So make sure to use it for things that are really important to you and things that you have to think about processes. And then if you want to write content and do this more marketing style stuff, I prefer to go in with 4o. So until now, I hope this tutorial was helpful, that it helps you understand how to use ChatGPT the right way, how important it is to give case studies, to give specifications and context to get more accurate responses, and understanding what this new latest AI model is for. So I love AI. I know it's moving forward so fast, and the new models are here to help us move forward faster, be more proactive, more efficiency. So I would love to learn what you think about AI, these new models, if you test them around, what you think about O1, what you think about 4o, when and what for are you using them. Just leave a comment and let me know what you think about it. And then again, if you enjoy watching this kind of content, remember to subscribe to my channel to keep supporting what I'm doing. And of course, remember to turn on the notification bells so that you can be one of the first ones to get to know the new AI tools that are launched in the market. See you in the next video.